February 27th, 2026, 11 p.m. A satellite image fills a screen. A compound on Pasteur Street, central Tehran. The CIA has been staring at this block for months, mapping every building, every basement, every exit. They know about the bunker beneath the Supreme Leader's residence. They know about the elevator so deep it takes more than 5 minutes to reach the bottom. They know that the officials who meet with Khamenei are blindfolded in cars before being driven to wherever he is hiding. What they don't know, not yet, is whether he will be above ground tomorrow morning. Then, at 11 p.m. on Friday, the intelligence changes. A meeting originally scheduled for Saturday evening has moved to Saturday morning. Senior officials, the Pasteur Street compound, and Ali Khamenei, Supreme Leader of Iran, 86 years old, 36 years in power, will be there in person. The window is hours wide. It has never been this wide before. How do you kill the most paranoid man in the world? And why did one Saturday morning meeting end 36 years of power?
To understand what the CIA was dealing with, you need to understand what Khamenei had built around himself. He had survived the Shah's prisons, arrested 6 times before the 1979 revolution. He had survived a bomb hidden inside a tape recorder at a press conference in 1981, an explosion that blew off 2 fingers on his right hand and killed 4 people in the same room. He had outlasted 8 American presidents, survived 2 decades of crippling sanctions, and built a network of proxy forces across 4 countries that gave Iran reach without fingerprints. He had also watched his enemies get very good at killing people like him. Iranian nuclear scientists killed in their driveways, Hezbollah's Secretary General killed in a Beirut bunker, Hamas's political leader killed in a Tehran guest house. Each time, Khamenei drew the same conclusion: go deeper, be harder to find. By mid-2025, the bunker beneath his compound had an elevator that took more than 5 minutes to reach the bottom. Officials briefing him were blindfolded and walked through tunnels before being allowed inside. Ali Larijani, one of the most powerful men in Iran, was driven to Khamenei's location with blacked-out windows, blindfolded, just to sit across a table from the man he served. The CIA noted all of this, and the CIA noted something else. The more Khamenei hid, the more visible his security patterns became, because you cannot run a country from a sealed bunker forever. In June 2025, Israel launched the 12-day war, strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities, its air defenses, its senior military commanders. For 12 days, U.S. analysts watched how Khamenei and the Revolutionary Guard communicated and moved under pressure. They mapped the signals. They learned the routes. When the war ended, the CIA's picture of Khamenei's patterns was sharper than it had ever been. Khamenei responded by going deeper underground. He appeared in public less than at any point in his 36 years in power. On June 17, 2025, Trump posted on Truth Social, "I know where Khamenei is. He could be taken out easily, but not this time." Khamenei read it, reinforced the bunker, added more blindfolds, dug the elevator deeper. What he didn't know was that Trump's post was accurate, and that the CIA's ability to find him was improving with every precaution he took. But knowing where someone is and having a window to strike are different things. For months, the window never opened. And then, in the last week of February 2026, everything changed at once. Late December 2025. Protests erupt across Iran, all 31 provinces, within days. The regime's response: more than 7,000 protesters killed. Khamenei appears on state television on January 17th to acknowledge that several thousand have died. He blames the United States and Israel. In Washington, the crackdown hardens something.
Nuclear talks in Geneva have been dragging for months. On Thursday, February 26th, they collapse entirely. Trump's envoys call him on Air Force One flying to Texas. Iran will not dismantle its nuclear program. The negotiations are over. By then, intelligence officials have already identified the meeting. Saturday morning, Pasteur Street, the compound that houses the offices of the Supreme Leader, the Iranian presidency, and the National Security Council. Senior officials gathered in person, and Khamenei himself, above ground in his office for the first time in months. Think about what this means. Since the 12-day war, Khamenei had conducted virtually all his government business from the bunker. Meetings came to him. Officials were driven to him blindfolded. He did not go to his office. He did not walk through his compound above ground. But on Saturday, February 28th, he would. The original U.S.-Israeli strike plan was a nighttime operation, the same playbook from the 12-day war's Operation Midnight Hammer. The morning meeting changes everything. Strike in daylight, hit while the officials are gathered. The CIA passes its intelligence to Israel, high fidelity. Khamenei's position confirmed. The window is open. Israeli jets take off. Flight time to Tehran, 2 hours and 5 minutes. 30 precision bombs designated for the compound alone, plus long-range missiles. On the ground near Pasteur Street, something else happens. Mobile phone towers go silent. Calls from the area register as busy. If anyone in Khamenei's security detail receives a warning, if a single alert comes through, their phones will not connect. 9:40 a.m. Tehran time. The missiles arrive. 30 bombs strike the compound in seconds. Black smoke rises from multiple buildings, visible on satellite imagery within minutes. 3 sites hit simultaneously. The building where senior national security officials have gathered, and the building where Khamenei is working. Iranian state media goes on the air immediately. Khamenei is safe and sound. He is at a secure location. He is steadfast and firm in commanding the field. Trump posts on Truth Social, Khamenei is dead. Netanyahu says there are growing signs the Supreme Leader is no longer alive. 2 parallel realities exist simultaneously, one in Tehran, one everywhere else. For hours, both governments hold their positions. The smoke is still rising over Pasteur Street, and the most important question in the world has no confirmed answer. Did months of satellite surveillance, signals intelligence, and one Saturday morning meeting actually kill the man who has run the Islamic Republic for 36 years? Or did the bunker, the 5-minute elevator, the tunnels, the blindfolds, hold one more time? And there is a detail almost no one is reporting yet. Before the strikes, Khamenei had been told he was a target. He knew what was coming, and he made a decision. The missiles have hit, the smoke is rising, and somewhere in the rubble on Pasteur Street, the answer already exists, just not yet for the rest of the world. What Khamenei told his aides the night before the strike, and why that decision may have been more consequential than anything the CIA built, is next.
1:17 a.m. Tehran time, March 1st, 2026. Iranian state television confirms it. The broadcaster's voice breaks. A 40-day mourning period is declared. Outside, in Tehran, Isfahan, and Mashhad, the same cities where security forces shot protesters 6 weeks earlier, people pour into the streets, horns honking, fireworks, sweets distributed to strangers. The mourning period begins. Millions of Iranians feel something closer to relief. Here is what the CIA's months of surveillance had actually captured. Khamenei knew he was a target. He had known since the 12-day war. His entire survival apparatus, the tunnels, the blindfolds, the deepened bunker, was built for exactly this scenario. But preparing for something and choosing to avoid it are different things. In the days before February 28th, Khamenei told his aides he would rather become a martyr
than be remembered as a leader who went into hiding. The Islamic Republic had been founded on resistance. He would not flee. On the morning of February 28th, he went to his office. The bunker was ready. The elevator was waiting. He chose not to use it. The strike killed Khamenei and approximately 40 senior officials simultaneously. The IRGC commander, the Armed Forces Chief of Staff, the head of the National Security Council. The entire command layer of the Iranian security state, gone in the same instant. An organization of 150,000 to 190,000 troops suddenly had no senior leadership. 10 days later, something happens that Khamenei spent his entire reign trying to prevent. His son, Moshtaba, is named supreme leader. The system Khamenei built, specifically designed to prevent dynastic inheritance, to pass power through religious qualification and clerical consensus, produces exactly the outcome he designed it to avoid. The man who outlasted 8 American presidents, survived a bomb that took 2 of his fingers, survived sanctions, revolution, and 2 direct military confrontations with Israel, is replaced by his son within 10 days of his death. Think about what the CIA actually built here. Not a coup, not an assassin in a doorway. Months of satellite imagery. Signals intelligence gathered during the 12-day war. A pattern of life assembled from the routines of security guards. The CIA didn't find Khamenei by breaking through his defenses. They found him by understanding that a man running a country in crisis cannot stay underground forever, and staying close enough that when he surfaced, even for a single morning meeting, the roadmap was already complete.
He spent his final year building the most sophisticated personal protection system in Iranian history. Tunnels, blindfolds, a bunker with a 5-minute elevator. He died in his office, not because the CIA broke through his defenses, because he walked past them.